Good evening, it's 8 o'clock. The top headlines tonight. The Home Minister on the final day of his Jammu and Kashmir visit says, I will not have talks with Pakistan, I will talk to Kashmiri youth instead. His Shikara ride today, no bulletproof shield and handshakes. The Home Minister's outreach on the final day of his visit today saying Kashmir is safe. Uttar Pradesh's election countdown, inaugurations and defections. The Prime Minister today inaugurates 9 medical colleges in the state, their foundation stone. Meanwhile, 2 senior ex-BSP leaders join Akhilesh Yadav's SP and the Delhi Chief Minister Aryan Kejriwal's RP at Ayodhya. National Award-winning director Prakash Jha assaulted. Horrific images of Prakash Jha after ink assault emerged. The Madhya Pradesh Home Minister says the assault on Prakash Jha was wrong, but what about what he did? The Bajrang Dal claims responsibility. Missing witness, Gasavi tells NDTV will surrender soon in Lucknow. Meanwhile, a witness who says he signed on blank papers on Wankhede's coercion gives a statement to the Maharashtra cops. The NCB backs Officer Wankhede in court. The Bangalore Archbishop speaks out against state government planned survey of churches, asks why survey churches, why target Christians. Meanwhile, Christians hold a protest rally against attacks on churches. Our lead story tonight, the Home Minister today responding to what ex-Chief Minister Farooq Abdullah had said on beginning dialogue with Pakistan, said today that I will not have talks with Pakistan, I will talk to Kashmiri youth instead. Mr. Shah's outreach was evident today with him saying that I've removed the bulletproof shield to talk to local sarpanches. He mingled with the local crowds with handshakes and a Shikara ride on the final day of his Jammu and Kashmir visit, saying that this Union territory is safe. This came amid reports with the rising civilian killings and terrorist attacks in the last few weeks.
A Shikara ride in Dal Lake. Asking for a bulletproof shield to be removed from a podium as he addressed Panchayat members and later shaking hands with them. Home Minister Amit Shah wants to send a message that under his watch after abrogation of Jammu and Kashmir's special status, the security situation has improved on the ground.
मुझे बहुत ताने सुनाए गए हैं, बहुत कोसा गया है। मैं आज आपके साथ मन खोलकर बात करना चाहता हूं, इसीलिए ना बुलेट प्रूफ है, ना कोई सिक्योरिटी है।
But the entire area around the convention center in Srinagar, where the Home Minister addressed Panchayat members, has been sealed off. Except Amit Shah's Shikara ride at Dal Lake is literally deserted for last 3 days as tourists are not allowed because of security reasons. In a message to youth, Amit Shah spoke of wanting to have Kashmiri players in Team India. Ironically, on a day when the valley reverberated firecrackers to celebrate Pakistan's victory against India in T20 World Cup.
मेरा कश्मीर के युवाओं को एक निवेदन है, क्यों भारत की टीम के अंदर, क्रिकेट टीम के अंदर कश्मीर से कोई युवा न हो गई। कश्मीर के युवा में बहुत कुव्वत है।
Home Minister also ruled out any possibility of talks with Pakistan as suggested by Kashmiri leaders like Farooq Abdullah. He said he would rather talk to people of Kashmir.
फारूक साहब ने मुझे सलाह दी है कि भारत सरकार पाकिस्तान से बातचीत करे, मगर मैं फारूक साहब को कहना चाहता हूं और आप सबको विशेष करना चाहता हूं, बात करनी है तो मैं मेरे घाटी के भाइयों और बहनों के साथ बात करूंगा, घाटी के युवाओं के साथ।
The opposition says there is a huge gap between Home Minister's claims and reality on the ground.
अभी जम्मू और कश्मीर में 22% अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट है, दी हाईएस्ट इन द कंट्री। यही अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट 2010 में सिर्फ 3% थी। आप खुद समझ सकते हैं डेवलपमेंट हुई है या डिस्ट्रक्शन हुई।
During last 3 days of Home Minister's Kashmir visit, there was no sign of any follow-up to all parties meeting called by the Prime Minister in June on Kashmir. Amit Shah rather said he would like to engage with youth of Kashmir and wants to see new leaders in the valley. He blamed Farooq Abdullah and Muftis for all wrongs in Kashmir for last 70 years. In Srinagar, Nazir Masoodi for NDTV.
Meanwhile, the Uttar Pradesh election countdown well and truly on. The Prime Minister today launched the Ayushman Bharat Health Infrastructure Mission today in Uttar Pradesh with one of the largest pan-India schemes for strengthening healthcare infrastructure. In Uttar Pradesh, the inauguration of the foundation stones of 9 medical colleges to be set up. The Prime Minister said there will be more doctors now than there have been in the last 70 years. Meanwhile, also defections and the Delhi Chief Minister at Ayodhya performing Aarti.
आजादी के बाद के लंबे कालखंड में आरोग्य पर, स्वास्थ्य सुविधाओं पर उतना ध्यान नहीं दिया गया जितनी देश को जरूरत थी। भविष्य में किसी भी महामारी से निपटने में हम तैयार हो, सक्षम हो, इसके लिए अपने हेल्थ सिस्टम को आज तैयार किया जा रहा है।
Meanwhile, senior ex-BSP leaders Lalji Verma and Ramachal Rajbhar had joined the Samajwadi Party today at a rally in Ambedkar Nagar district with Akhilesh Yadav there. So, 2 important BSP leaders joining the Samajwadi Party. And Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal was today in Ayodhya as well. Before Diwali, he performed an Aarti today on the iconic ghats there. So, the Aam Aadmi Party also with its election campaign on for Uttar Pradesh. Well, in the other big headline today, the assault on Prakash Jha, National Award film director, who was there shooting in Bhopal his latest web series Ashram 3. A day after the attack, 4 people have been arrested. The Bajrang Dal had claimed responsibility, but Madhya Pradesh's Home Minister also targeted Prakash Jha, saying the name of the series must be changed. And while the Bajrang Dal workers had made a mistake, what about the mistake made by Prakash Jha?
One of India's most celebrated film directors, Prakash Jha, attacked along with his crew in Bhopal, but by a group of Bajrang Dal activists. They vandalized the set opposing the web series Ashram, which is being shot. Even though 4 men have been arrested, the Home Minister of the state, who's in charge of law and order, backed the demand of the attackers that the name of the web series be changed, claiming that it hurts religious sentiments. He even called for scripts to be first cleared by the government.
श्रम वाले मामले में भी हम एक स्थायी गाइडलाइन जारी करने वाले हैं। किसी धर्म की भावना को आहत करने वाले कोई सीन अगर आपकी स्टोरी में है तो पहले प्रशासन को वो स्टोरी दें, लेकिन आप जो गलती कर रहे हो आप पर क्या करें, विचार तो करो। झा साहब,
Prakash Jha Murdabad! 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 Both the BJP to which the minister belongs and the Bajrang Dal to which the attackers belong are part of the larger Sangh Parivar. But the Home Minister didn't stop there. He also said that the MP government has taken serious note of Dabar's Karwa Chauth advertisement depicting a same-sex couple.
मैं ये निर्देश दूंगा, अभी मैंने डीजीपी को लेस्बियन वाला जो डाबर का विज्ञापन आया है उसमें निर्देश दिए कि इसका परीक्षण कराएं और उस कंपनी को बताएं कि इसे हटाएं, अन्यथा हम वैधानिक कार्रवाई करेंगे।
सरकार के संरक्षण में तो हो रहा है, नहीं तो किसकी हिम्मत है कि क्रू मेंबर को दौड़ा कर पीटे, निर्देशक पे शाही फेंक दे और पुलिस की मौजूदगी में करे, वाहनों में तोड़फोड़ कर दे। सरकार के संरक्षण है, मध्य प्रदेश की छवि खराब करने का काम किया जा रहा है।
Today's shooting resumed in Bhopal amid heavy security, but the filmmakers haven't filed any police complaint yet.
The permission to film web series Ashram in Bhopal was given by the district administration headed by Avinash Lavania, who is none other but the Home Minister Narottam Mishra's son-in-law. In Bhopal with camera person Aryan Khan and Anurag Bari for NDTV.
Really, should the State Home Minister be worrying about ads and actually saying the mistake is on Prakash Jha's part, which is why that horrific ink assault happened on the National Award-winning film director. Meanwhile, in Karnataka, the Archbishop and various other church leaders and prominent Christians have spoken out against a planned government survey on churches. Today, rallies were also held by Christians against what they said is the targeting of the minority group.
A protest rally by the church in Hubli after Bajrang Dal and VHP activists allegedly assaulted a pastor and other church workers, accusing them of indulging in forced conversions. The saffron activists reportedly also entered the church and sang bhajan kirtan inside. The church has denied allegations of conversions and fears that the anti-conversion bill would encourage fringe elements to increase attacks on churches.
Making a law like this, it would be giving into the hands of the smaller splinter groups who will try to take action, and surely I don't think we'll be in peace. There will be more and more attacks on our churches.
A public interest litigation has been filed in the Karnataka High Court regarding a survey ordered on the churches in Karnataka. There have been 16 complaints of forced or incentivized conversions in the state. With Nihal Kidwai in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, NDTV.
Well, moving now to the bizarre twists and turns of the Wankhede versus Nawab Malik case, where it's now become about the Maharashtra government versus the central agency, the Narcotics Control Bureau. Today, a witness who said that NCB officer Sameer Wankhede made him sign on blank papers appeared before the Maharashtra cops to record his statement. Meanwhile, another missing witness, the detective seen taking selfies with Aryan Khan, says to NDTV that he will surrender in Lucknow, a time and place of his choosing. Meanwhile, the NCB today defended Sameer Wankhede in court as the chaos continues and the claims and counterclaims. The bail hearing of Aryan Khan and other accused comes up tomorrow.
Independent witness Prabhakar Sale in the Aryan Khan drugs case at the Mumbai Police Commissioner's office this morning. His statement has been recorded by the Mumbai Police.
So we went to SAR जाते वक्त भी उन्होंने हमें पुलिस प्रोटेक्शन प्रोवाइड किया विथ व्हीकल. फिर SAR में जाने के बाद हम लोग ने वहाँ पे भी हमारा रिटर्न सबमिशंस, हमारे एफिडेविट्स दे दिए, विथ एविडेंस दे दिए.
His allegations of payoffs against another independent witness, Kiran Gosavi, seen here with Aryan Khan on the day of the alleged drug bust, and against NCB Zonal Director Sameer Wankhede, have led the anti-drugs agency to order an inquiry against the high-profile official. Wankhede is headed to Delhi.
Prabhakar Sale's allegations has now cast a cloud in the investigation of the entire cruise ship drugs case. Also, this has now snowballed into a massive political slugfest with Nawab Malik and Sanjay Raut leading the charge.
Nawab Malik tweeted a photo, allegedly of Sameer Wankhede's date of birth certificate. Wankhede's wife responded on Twitter that both Sameer Wankhede and she were Hindus.
Sameer Daud Wankhede ये एक फर्जी व्यक्ति है. बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट उनका समीर दाऊद वानखेड़े का है. बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट में टेम्परिंग करके जो दलित कैंडिडेट थे आईआरएस के, उनके अधिकारों को फर्जीवाड़े के जरिए छीना गया है.
ऐसे लोगों को एक्सपोज करना जो देशभक्ति के आड़ में इस प्रकार से घिनौने काम करते हैं, झूठे मुकदमे बनाते हैं, पैसा एक्सट्रॉशन करते हैं, तो अब बहुत सी बातें सामने आएगी. अब तक नवाब मलिक साहब ने कुछ बातें सामने लाई है. अब आगे का इंटरवल के बाद मैं आपको स्टोरी बताऊंगा.
Independent witness Prabhakar Sale in an affidavit said on Sameer Wankhede's instructions he was made to sign blank papers. He also said KP Gosavi told Sam D'Souza to demand 25 crores and settle at 18 as they had to give 8 crores to Sameer Wankhede. He said he was told to collect 50 lakhs in cash and a car came and gave him 2 bags of cash, which he then gave to Gosavi. He also added that Gosavi is missing now and NCB officials and others involved may kill him or kidnap him. However, what the agency hasn't explained in the affidavits is how an independent witness had such unbridled access to the agency's office and accused in the custody of the NCB. The NCB, stung by the allegations, has ordered a vigilance probe against Sameer Wankhede, who is expected to be in Delhi as the team probing the matter internally arrives in Mumbai on Tuesday. The same day, the Bombay High Court takes up Aryan Khan's bail plea. In Mumbai with Sohit Mishra and camera person Praveen Ji Rohit, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.
In other news, a worrying COVID trend is emerging a couple of weeks after the Sera and Durga Puja. Weekly cases are rising in over a dozen states. There are 8 which are mainly of concern based on 3 factors. A weekly rise as much as 41% in Bengal and Assam, plus a reproductive number above 1, which indicates the cases are spreading here. Plus, these states have reported over 100 cases in the past week. In fact, in Bengal, it's almost 6,000 cases, Assam over 2,000, and Himachal and Telangana as well. We can see the high number of cases being reported there. Let's just look at the top points of COVID in the last 24 hours. So we are just over 14,000 cases. Also, deaths in the last 24 hours are 443. They're down, but we are still seeing deaths over 400 across India. Vaccinations today, as of 7 p.m., are at nearly 60 lakhs, 59 lakhs, 78,000. Tests also are down at just below 10 lakhs. The daily positivity rate is still below 2%. Let's just look at the global cases, because we're seeing countries are spiking. Now, the United Kingdom currently has the highest cases in the world at 38,846. That's still down from what it was last week. Deaths are 72 as well. In Russia, again, cases are over 34,000. That's the second highest globally. Deaths are over 1,000 daily. Now, remember, look at their population compared to India. So there's a really high percentage there. Turkey cases over 24,000, deaths 195. The United States cases are still over 16,000 daily, deaths at 141, followed by Brazil, which cases are at 6,204. India, we just reported, was over 14,000 cases. Well, moving to sports news, there are two new IPL teams, Lucknow and Ahmedabad. And Rika, just to say that their combined cost is nearly as much as buying Air India. So we can see how valuable IPL teams are right now.
And there is no recession in the IPL. Year after year, the value of the team goes up. Just to give you an idea, when in 2013, the last team was bought, the price of that team was around 85.5 crore rupees. Today, RPSG or the Sanjeev Goenka group has bid for a team for 7,090 crore rupees. They are getting the Lucknow franchise. The other franchise owner, CVC Capital, they are a private equity venture based out of Europe. They have put a bid of over 5,600 crore rupees. Total, if you total the bids, it will be about 1.5 billion US dollars, and that's a whopping bid. That's probably as much as the IPL television rights are. So the television rights go up for sale the year before next. Of course, there will be 10 teams, a new format of IPL. And the big news really is that RPSG makes a return to IPL. Remember, they had a team called Rising Pune Super Giants that played in IPL in 2016 and 17, when the two teams, Chennai Super Kings and Rajasthan Royals, were not a part of the IPL. They were suspended. That's when they had briefly made the appearance. Now they come back, and two new cities today have been added to the 8-team IPL. It is going to be the 14th season, and year on year, the price of the IPL franchises have increased. Let's listen into the president of BCCI, Saurav Ganguly, as what he had to say about this kind of bidding for the IPL teams.
We'll find a way forward to take the format in the best possible way. And all the money goes back to Indian cricket. You know, we all do honorary jobs, so it goes back to Indian cricket, and that's what we are here for. We want Indian cricket to go forward, and it has gone long way forward in the few years. This is the 14th season of IPL, and the brand has grown.